All right. Hello, new office, same therapist, and a topic that I have covered before, radical acceptance. And what I'm going to be doing in this video is reading verbatim a, a handout that I reviewed today with someone, and they basically asked for a way to hear me talk about it slowly, where they can discuss their thoughts about it, and how much sense it makes for them. And so I'll be reading a handout on radical acceptance that comes from Lynham, who is Lynham, something like that. Famous lady, who wrote the thing. Radical acceptance. Radical acceptance. What is radical acceptance? Radical means all the way, complete and total. Accepting in your mind, heart, and body. It is when you stop fighting reality, stop throwing tantrums because reality is not the way you want it, and let go of bitterness. What has to be accepted? Reality as it is. The facts about the past and the present are the facts, even if you do not like them. There are limitations on the future for everyone, but only realistic limitations need to be accepted. Everyone has a cause, including event situations that cause you pain and suffering. Life can be worth living even with painful events in it. Why accept reality? Rejecting reality does not change reality. Changing reality requires first accepting reality. Pain cannot be avoided. It is nature's way of signaling that something is wrong. Rejecting reality turns pain into suffering. Refusing to accept reality can keep you stuck in unhappiness, bitterness, anger, sadness, shame, and other emotions. Acceptance may lead to sadness in the shorter term, but deep calmness usually follows. The path out of hell is through misery. By refusing to accept the misery that is part of climbing out of hell, you will fall back into hell. Factors that interfere with radical acceptance. Radical acceptance is not approval, compassion, love, passivity, or against change. Factors that interfere with acceptance. You do not have the skills for acceptance, or you do not know how to accept really painful events and facts. You believe that if you accept a painful event, that you're making light of it or are approving of the facts, and that nothing will be done to change or prevent future pain or suffering. Emotions get in the way, be it unbearable sadness, anger at a person or group that caused the painful event, rage at the injustice of the world, overwhelming shame about who you are, and guilt about your own behavior. There is a way to do radical acceptance. And I'm gonna now go into the step-by-step practice of practicing radical acceptance. Start with observe that you are, or become aware of that you are questioning or fighting reality. Pro tip: if you use what I call the shoulda, coulda, the shoulda, couldas, it shouldn't be this way. I could have done blah 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 if only someone had blah blah blah, right? So observe once you observe that you're questioning or fighting reality with should statements, or how you tend to do it. Most people do it most common way. Remind yourself that that unpleasant reality is just as it is and cannot be changed. This is what happened, which is different from it is what it is. Devil's in the details. Remind yourself that there are causes for the reality. Acknowledge that some sort of history led up to this very moment. Consider how people's lives have been shaped by a series of factors. Notice that given these casual factors and how history led up to this moment, this reality had to occur just this way. So, this is how things happened. Practice accepting with the whole self, mind, body, and spirit. Be creative in finding ways to involve your whole self. Use accepting self-talk, but also consider using relaxation, mindfulness in your breathing, half smiling and rolling hands. That is not something I think I've made a video about here before. Roll with it. While thinking about what feels unacceptable. Prayer, going to a place that helps bring you to acceptance, or imagery. Practice the opposite action. List all of the behaviors that you would do if you did accept the facts. Then act as if you have already accepted it. Engage in the behaviors that you would do if you really had accepted reality. Cope ahead with events that seem unacceptable. Imagine in your mind's eye believing what you don't want to accept. Rehearse in your mind what you would do if you accepted what seems unacceptable. That's a hard one for a lot of people. Attend to your body sensations as you think about what you need to accept. Allow disappointment, sadness, or grief to arise within you. Acknowledge that life can be worth living even when there is pain. Do the pros and cons if you find yourself resisting practicing acceptance. So, I've just sort of handout. And full benefit will come from, if you have not done this before, having conversations with a clinician, with a therapist about implementing it for you, practicing it, and workshopping it. All right, but as promised, radical acceptance handout read. Pause as you need, write down what you need to. Have a good one. Bye.